Guys, in today's video, we're actually going to be dispelling and making a lot of people uncomfortable with this particular video because there's going to be some hard truths in here, some cold hard truths in here that aren't very popular in just the society today because everyone seems to be a snowflake. But I'm breaking down why hard work actually keeps you poor. Now, what I'm going to do, guys, is this is going to be slightly controversial probably to some people, but I want to break this down in the very clearest way possible. Again, I don't want my words being misconstrued or anything like that, but hard work actually keeps you poor despite popular belief. Now, before I get into this, I just want to put a disclaimer in here and say that yes, hard work is a given. I know that sounds kind of contradictory, but it doesn't matter what you're going to do in life, whether you're working at friggin' McDonald's, whether you're working at a restaurant, whether you're doing your coal mining, whether you're trying to build a social media marketing agency, every single thing you do is going to be hard work. So you better pick your hard work in the wisest way possible. Nothing you can actually do is going to be easy in this life. And in fact, there's actually a famous saying, things that come easy in life aren't worth pursuing or whatever it is. You guys know what saying I'm talking about. I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, guys, the reason why I'm doing this video is because if you take a look into all the billionaires, all the millionaires, I'm talking people that are making like $1 million a month, $2 million a month, ridiculous kinds of numbers, even way higher than that, billionaires going into like deca millions or deca billions, guys, with a B. You will actually see that one of the things that actually got them there was actually leveraged hard work. You see, you need leverage in business. This actually applies to all businesses, everything in life that you do, because there's only 24 hours in a day. If you take a look at Oprah Winfrey, if you take a look at Elon Musk, what do they all have in common? What they have in common, guys, is billionaires with us as well, is that we've all got 24 hours in a day. So it's how you use your time wisely that's going to help you make tremendous feats and compound over time with your business. Now, I want to talk about this and extrapolate this back to SMA and show you exactly how hard work's actually keeping you poor. First of all, we need to go down memory lane and explain this to you guys. For me, it took me 16 entire months to land my first ever social media marketing agency client, and that was a real estate agent from here in the UK in a city called Leicester. I think Leicester is actually a city. I believe it's a city, not a town. And it took me 16 months to land this client, guys. Now, the reason for that is because I was focusing on too many one-to-one marketing channels. Let me give you an example. Now, I was sold the same dream as you guys, that you can come onto YouTube, learn, type in how to start a social media marketing agency, watch all these gurus, right? And then you pick a niche, which normally is friggin' like one of the local businesses when you first get started off, which is like real estate, dentistry, you got gyms, you guys restaurants, you guys know the cliche niches. And then what you do is you offer Facebook ads, because Facebook ads is just a given, guys. That's exactly what I did. Tried it, started doing dentistry, I was actually I tried real estate, I tried gyms, I tried restaurants, I tried all these different niches, guys. I tried dentistry was one of the main focuses I was focusing on, and I was doing what you call one-to-one channels. I was focusing on too many one-to-one marketing channels. A one-to-one marketing channel, guys, it's very difficult to scale because you have zero leverage. Let me explain something to you guys. Let's say you're doing cold calling to reach out to businesses. Now, a lot of people, preach cold calling. Cold calling can still work if you're actually good at it and you actually have a solid offer. Don't get me wrong. It's just that in its kind of like scalability factor, it's not a great method unless you use leverage cold calling. Leverage cold calling is when you have a team of maybe like 2, 3, 4, 5 people and they're cold calling for you. Why do you think different companies, look at Vodafone, look at O2, look at T-Mobile, AT&T for you guys over in the US, look at companies like that. They literally have a sales department. All that department does is sales, and it's a team of sales people. It's the same with a marketing agency. A marketing agency, I know that I should say the acronym SMMA kind of takes away from it being a real solid business, but SMA is actually a real solid business. All you're doing is building a digital marketing agency or a marketing agency at that. That's a real business, guys. A real business is going to require a team. In fact, if you actually Google what is a business or an organization, it's a group of people that come together to work together in order to achieve a said goal. That's a group of people. An organization is a group of people. A business is an organization, guys. So that implies multiple people. Literally within the name in itself. We need to start looking into this sort of stuff because that's when you start thinking smart instead of working hard. So let me explain how I actually, was messing up for 16 months. 16 months into my journey, I'm doing cold calls, I'm doing LinkedIn messages, I'm doing freaking Facebook messages, and nothing was really working with me consistently. Don't get me wrong, I was setting a meeting, the odd meeting here and there, maybe 1 meeting a week, maybe 2 meetings a week if I was really lucky. I was really bad at sales as well back then, guys. So like my sales calls were absolutely terrible, but it was what you call build a one-to-one channel. I was trying to do finding the leads myself. So I was finding businesses myself on Google. I'd literally open up Google and type in real estate agents in Sheffield, which is the city that I'm from, or dentists in London, for example, which is another city everyone knows. London is pretty much a very popular city. But I was looking for businesses on Google, and then I was collecting them into a sheet. I was then, making sure that I've got the verified business owners details, and then I was reaching out to them either via cold calls or via cold emails. And I'm telling you right now, guys, finding leads, qualifying the leads to make sure that they're a good fit, and then making sure that I've got the owners, like the actual head honchos details, the actual decision makers details, and then reaching out to them. Nobody was mentioning this on YouTube. But those jobs right there, lead sourcing, prospecting, make sure you've got the, kind of like what I like to call headhunting, and then doing the actual outreach. All 4 of those things right there is like a 9-to-5 job separately, individually. I'm telling you right now, it's one of the slowest methods I've seen to ever build an agency. So not only that, but it's a lot of hard work, and and it's very time consuming. The thing with time consuming, repetitive, menial tasks like this is that it burns a lot of energy and burns a lot of time in order to get a very small ROI. There's not any leverage in this, guys. You guys know what leverage is. Surely you know what leverage is. You pull a lever, it helps you lift a bigger weight off your shoulders. That's what a lever or lever is designed to do. It's designed to give you leverage. That's quite literally where the name derives from. Anyway, guys, so what I'm talking about here is the hard work, moving from hard work to moving into smart work. Let me give you an example. There's a couple ways you can actually do this in 2023. So building a brand around your agency. That would be an absolute great way of doing that. Now, one of the reasons why you want to build a name around your agency or brand around your agency, or just a name for yourself within the industry or within your niche, is because you can actually leverage one-to-many marketing channels. Let me give you an example. Let's say you start creating YouTube videos on Facebook ads for e-commerce brands, or Facebook ads for real estate agents or realtors, as you guys call them in the US. What's going to happen is you're eventually going to start building up an audience over time. Don't get me wrong, it takes a little while to grow, but I'm telling you, once you actually start building your own audience, it's one of the best things you can do. You can do this on LinkedIn, you can do this on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. YouTube's probably one of the best ways to do this, plus Facebook and LinkedIn. The reason for that is because you can actually connect with people and people collect. Now, what's going to happen is once you actually start building, let's say you've got an audience now of like 2,000 followers, for example, or 2,000 friend requests that you've actually got on Facebook, and these dudes are all like real estate agents and people that are in the real estate industry. You should be qualifying these, by the way. They should be business owners that are like real estate agents. Once you start dropping content, you're going to have leverage. AKA, let's say you put a post out there saying, look, I'm looking for 2 more real estate agents to work with right now. We just was able to get results for this particular client. And let's say you're using your media buyers results. But what you can do is you can market those results now to an audience and say, look, if you're interested in this, send me a DM or comment on the photo below, ready in 2023. That little keyword there. On a Facebook post, and what's going to happen is you're going to start getting comments. That's then going to boost it up into the algorithm, and more real estate agents, because you're connected with them and they're your friends on Facebook, they're going to see it. So that's what you call one-to-many marketing, aka you put out that piece of content one time and it gets seen by many people, depending on how big your audience is. The bigger your audience, the better. The more attention you can get, the more money you're going to make, guys. That's just a simple way of putting it. The more attention and eyeballs you can get, the more money you're going to make. And that's one of the biggest ways you can stand out in 2023. And that's how you can go. That's one way of going from working hard to working smart. Going from one-to-one channels, aka a one-to-one channel is, let's say you're doing cold calling. Well, in order to reach out to 100 businesses, you have to do, yourself or somebody has to do 100 cold calls. And if you're doing it yourself, yeah, you're definitely working hard. That's the slowest way you can possibly do it. Let's say you've got 2 people doing it. Now each person does 50 outreach, or you got one person that can do all 100. Now you're using your time more effectively, because you can get somebody and you can hire somebody for maybe like $5 an hour, $3 an hour, whatever it is, and they can actually do cold calls for you or cold emails for you, for example. And whilst they're doing their cold calls, you can actually be building a personal brand or building up what you call a one-to-many marketing channel for yourself. That's much smarter doing it. So that's the 2 ways of actually doing it. Think about it. You've got leveraged outreach. Leveraged outreach is what you call, hiring people. If you don't want to build a personal brand, I understand, because you don't want your face out there, but I do recommend actually doing that, by the way, because it's going to help you stand out so much more. But what you can do is you can actually be anonymous and still build up a team of people that do sales for you. Appointment setters is what you would call them, or virtual assistants. So that's actually, for example, let's say you need to, and you know your numbers, let's pretend your numbers are, you need to do 150 outreach per day, every single day, in order to close maybe 2 clients per month or 3 clients per month for your marketing agency. Well, then what you need to do is, well, you just need to extrapolate the numbers. Let's say you got 3 people in your business and they're each doing 50 outreach per day. Well, then now you're doing 150 outreach per day and you're hitting your numbers, or whatever the number is that I actually basically just said. That's one way of leveraging, going from working hard to working smart. Another way would be building a personal brand. That's one method. The second method would be building a personal brand around your agency. So creating content, YouTube videos like this, creating a Facebook posts, going into Facebook groups, creating your own Facebook group and actually having real estate agents join your Facebook group. And what you want to do is start dropping content pretty much every single day to build a personal brand and a name around your agency and your services. So you want to be known for dude that does Facebook ads for real estate agents. That's your name. You're a household name and you're known for that. So that's how you go about building a personal brand and a one-to-many channel. There's 2 ways of doing it: leveraged outreach, or just leveraging human resources in general, and then leveraging a personal brand or an audience, getting attention. Those are the 2 main ways of doing this. Now, the next way you can actually go about doing this is leveraging something like the hybrid system, which is basically a combination of the above. You actually use a warmer traffic source. So instead of doing cold outreach, you think about what everyone else is doing and do the opposite. Everyone's going out there and running after cold prospects. Well, why don't you go after warm prospects using something like Upwork? You then stack up some dollars. I've been talking about this for literally years, guys, on this channel, literally years at this point. And what you do is you start stacking up that cash flow and you actually invest into leveraged outreach, aka you got appointment setters doing Instagram DMs for you, Facebook DMs for you, or even cold calls, or even cold emails for you. You train them up and leverage that once you've got proof of concept, guys. This is very simple stuff to understand, but this is why people get stuck in their agencies. The reason why people get stuck in the agency, I'm just gonna break it down right here, is because they become their own bottleneck within their agencies. I'll repeat that, guys. Most people get stuck below 10K per month because they become their own bottleneck within their agencies. When people start an agency, it's like they're juggling all these different plates, right? Imagine you're at a circus and you got those plate juggling acts. And what running an agency is like is you're trying to juggle multiple different plates. You're trying to do a sales, you're trying to do outreach, you're then trying to do service delivery. So you've got all these plates spinning. And what's eventually going to happen is you're going to eventually start dropping certain plates. You're going to stop doing outreach. You're going to stop doing service delivery. And you're going to have a really awful experience. So what you need is an actual team. You need to leverage team, guys. But one of the best things I keep hearing in the kind of like billionaire sphere, whatever you want to call it, from billionaires, is that a business is only as good as the people within the business. That's what a business is. A business is a team. So guys, please build your team or leverage one-to-many marketing channels. If you really don't want to build a team, you're not really going to go far, guys. To be honest with you, cut out the lone wolf stuff and actually just go and build a team. Believe me, it's going to be so much more smart. Or at least leverage something like the hybrid system where you can actually afford to build a team. This is the next step on why the hybrid system actually exists, because most people understand this and they understand leverage outreach and leveraging other people's time because it's only 24 hours in a day. But they're like, how can I afford a team if I've got no money? Well, what you can do is start leveraging something like Upwork, build up that cash flow, and then put that cash flow into hiring virtual assistants, guys. This is the cheat code to SMA. I'm not joking. When I went from working hard, took me 16 months to land my first client, to working smart, it literally took me 15 days to land my first client on Upwork. And then I kind of like coasted a little bit. What I then implemented in April, the end of April 2021, was a 90-day challenge where I was using the hybrid system. I basically got 2 virtual assistants. I got what you call proof of concept. My cold emails were working, actually setting me meetings myself. I could do it myself. And then I outsourced it to 2 people, trained them up. I'm not even joking. Out of my 90-day challenge to get to 10K per month, I was at like 3.1K British pounds. I ended up finishing May with $11,588 US. I'll never ever forget that number, to be honest with you. The very next month I was able to move out into this apartment right here, and now I'm actually thinking about upgrading my apartment either this month or next month, which is absolutely crazy, guys. And the story is continuous, grown from there. Now I've gone on to different businesses like an educational company, and now I'm bringing out a full-fledged consulting agency that I've been working on for quite some time now, to be honest with you. But I'm going to bring it kind of like mainstream and move you guys into that as well, because I think that's going to be a great opportunity in 2023 if you guys don't want to start an agency but you want some sort of online business. Now, if you guys want any like one-to-one help or anything like that, click the link below, booking a call with me. We'll talk on there directly with me and you and see if you're actually a good fit to work with me one-on-one. There's limited seats for that, genuinely, because live program. And if you do want to enroll into H-Fermentation, the link is below. Other than that, guys, I want you to start thinking about this video, watch it back. Smart work always beats hard work, but of course you've got to do hard work first. Yes, hard work is just a given. That's the reason what I'm assuming already. I made this video assuming that you know that hard work is already a given. You have to work hard in everything, no matter friggin' what you do. Even if you're a friggin' barber, you have to work hard. If you're working in McDonald's, you have to work hard. Everything's going to be hard work, but there's certain things that can get you richer quicker than certain things. I don't believe in get rich quick, but there are definitely ways to get richer quicker, or there's more surefire ways to become a millionaire in shorter periods of time than if you was to work in McDonald's, guys. Obviously. So it's about leveraging, understanding where to put your time, how to leverage your time effectively, you know, multiplying your focus with a focal point by leveraging a team, leveraging an audience, leveraging eyeballs, leveraging attention. It's all about the word leverage. You will hear billionaires say it over and over and over again, guys. Anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Links are below if you need me. Send me a DM on Instagram. Make sure you follow me as well. Love you guys. Peace.